In Operation Midnight Hammer, everyone has told you about the B-2 Spirit stealth bombers that led the bombing of those nuclear facilities in Iran. But I'm going to tell you about 5 weapons that were used or deployed that night that no one has reported about in detail so far. The first one of them is called the AGM-88E, Advanced Anti-Radiation Guided Missile. The role this played was preemptive suppression of Iranian air defenses. These missiles were fired that night ahead of the stealth bombers at Iranian air defenses during the B-2 pack entry into Iranian airspace, fired by US fighter aircraft flying in support of the stealth bombers to ensure safety from ground engagement. This mission has been confirmed by US Secretary of Defense, but the weapon was not named. Number 2, the ADM-160, which is a miniature air-launched decoy jammer. The role this played, and we can confirm it was used, decoys fired by US fighter aircraft to mimic fighter radar signatures and basically fool Iranian air defenses and radars, saturate them alongside jamming of ground sensors in Iran. The third weapon that we know was deployed in the air, we don't know if it was used, is the AGM-158B JASSM-ER. The role of this stealth cruise missile was kept as a backup weapon. F-35 fighters, F-22 fighters armed with these but did not need to fire them, we hear, since the main weapons were fired obviously very successfully, but those were definitely in the air. This is the AGM-154 Joint Standoff Weapon, or JSOW. The role was, it was a standby glide bomb, possibly to destroy Iranian airbase infrastructure in case fighter jets were scrambled that night. They were not obviously fired since the B-2s did not trigger any Iranian aircraft scramble, and no weapon was fired at the B-2s. Nobody even knew that they were there. And finally, the enigmatic EA18 Growler. This is an electronic attack aircraft which was in the air producing continuous jamming along the B-2 stealth bomber flight route, sanitizing air corridors outside Iran, jamming possible or expected airborne intercept radars borne by Iranian fighter aircraft that were expected to scramble and cripple Iranian command and control. Again, these were there as a safety, but they were deemed not necessary at all, obviously because the Spirit and its entire package went completely undetected.